Hello, Christchurch. Christmas in July is an unofficial holiday. Started as a tradition in North Carolina in the USA in 1933 on the 24th and 25th of July at a girls' camp called Keystone Camp in Bernard, North Carolina. Although unofficial, this event is now widely celebrated across the globe. The main countries to celebrate this new tradition are the USA, UK, Canada, South Africa, Australia, and New Zealand. We know it is Christmas in July. However, in Australia, the second celebration is called Yuletide or Yulefest. Christmas Day in December is still a national celebration, and Christmas in July does not replace this. The first Christmas at the Keystone Camp was celebrated with Christmas trees, Santa Claus, gifts, caroling, and artificial snow made from cotton. As the tradition evolved, Christmas in July continues to be a popular event celebrated in the heat of midsummer. For the offertory anthem this Sunday, the choir is going to present Lo, How a Rose Ere Blooming. The origins of Lo, How a Rose Ere Blooming may be traced back to the late 16th century in a manuscript found in St. Albans Carthusian Monastery in Trier, in the original German as Ist in Ross and Sprügen. The original stanzas, sources list at least 19 and as many as 23, focused on the events of Luke 1 and 2 and Matthew 2. The origin of the image of the rose has been open to much speculation. For example, an apocryphal legend has it that on Christmas Eve, a monk in Trier found a blooming rose while walking in the woods, and then placed the rose in a vase on an altar to the Virgin Mary. Some Catholic sources claim that the focus of the hymn was originally upon Mary, who is compared to the symbol of the mystical rose in Song of Solomon 2:1. Quote, I am the rose of Sharon and the lily of the valleys, unquote. It has been suggested that on a later date, Protestants took the hymn, altering its focus from Mary to Jesus. Citing Isaiah 11:1, quote, and there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots, unquote. Some controversy arose as to the original German word in the first line of stanza 1. Was it Ros, rose, or Reis, branch? A third passage from Isaiah 35:1 suggests a stronger biblical basis for the image. The wilderness and the solitary place shall be glad for them, and the desert shall rejoice and blossom as the rose, unquote. The image of the rose has had amazing resilience over the centuries. Theodore Baker provided the most commonly sung translation of stanzas 1 and 2 in 1894. Born in New York and educated in Leipzig, he is remembered primarily for his monumental Biographical Dictionary of Musicians. The first edition appeared in 1900, with subsequent editions continuing to the present. The third stanza in the United Methodist Hymnal is a slightly adapted version of a stanza written in German by Friedrich Leyritz and translated by Harry Reynolds Krauh in 1875. The famous composer, Michael Praetorius, helped the popularity of this tune immensely by harmonizing it in his collection Musée Zionae, Zion's Music, in 1609. His harmonization of this German tune, or adaptations of it, may be found in most hymnals. I'd like to read the first stanza. Lo, how a rose ere blooming, from tender stem hath sprung, of Jesse's lineage coming, as those of old have sung. It came, a flowerist bright, amid the cold of winter, when half spent was the night. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you on Sunday.